Hey everybody, Austin Parkinson here. Scooby-Doo franchise, you're such a hypocrite. Why? Allow me to explain. Okay, so back in the late 90s when Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was being, you know, promoted, the tagline was, "And this time the monsters are real." That's a bunch of bull. And here's why. So, for those of you who probably don't know, in the original days of Scooby-Doo, the whole thing was that bad guys were just people in a mask trying to, carry out evil plans or whatever. And the Scooby gang would come along, solve the mystery, and yada yada yada. But they came across real monsters too. Here's some examples. Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. They came across real ghosts. Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Shaggy came across several, famous Halloween monsters like the Mummy, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, Vampira, etc. And he was turned into a werewolf because magic moonbeam stuff, I guess. And there was also the Ghoul School, which Scooby and Scrappy went to teach physical education to monsters. And really think about this. Someone had to really like this movie because the Grimwood girls, Winnie the Werewolf, Tanis the Mummy, Phantasma the Phantom, Elsa Teen the Franken Teen, and I forgot, what was her name? Sarabella or something? The daughter of Dracula. Someone must have really liked them because they brought them back into an episode of OK KO Let's Be Heroes. I'm not making that up. Look it up on YouTube. It's a thing. It's actually kind of funny. So, anyway, yeah, there was that. And back in the 70s, before those movies, Shaggy and the gang, this happened back when Hanna-Barbera cut some of the team members from the roster. They actually came across real monsters like Dracula, Vampira, or whatever, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, the Mummy, and helped them stop a witch who was using a ghost to steal the amulet to control Dracula's castle, I think it was? I don't know. But, yeah. And they helped the monsters get their scale back, and at the end of the episodes, they thanked the gang for helping them by scaring them out of their house. So, yeah, that was nice of them. So, yeah, and in some other episodes, they also came across real monsters, they came across real space aliens who decided to have their ship look like a bedazzled, one of those custom-made bedazzled eggs. I don't know. And there was another thing. What was it? Oh yeah, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. You know, the whole episode where sure it's just Shaggy and the red shirt, blue pants, kind of like in Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, Scooby, Scrappy, a kid named Flim Flam that isn't referenced ever again until nearing the end of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Daphne, when she for some reason decided to wear a purple jumpsuit. Oh, and the fact that Vincent Price was a pretty important character. Yeah. Vincent Price was in a Scooby-Doo show. And I'm not talking about the Vincent Van Gogh in Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, Vincent Price, who still played Vincent Van Gogh, was the world's greatest sorcerer. So yeah, when Shaggy and Scooby accidentally opened a chest containing some of the worst demons or ghosts or whatever, and they had to go around the world to put them back in the chest. Yeah, that was a thing. I mentioned it. All the other movies I mentioned also had Red Shirt Shaggy. Huh. Well, anyway. So, yeah, that's pretty hypocritical when they advertised Zombie Island with "this time the monsters were real," and how everybody keeps on saying that, you know, it was the first time Scooby-Doo came across real monsters. You know, unless you're one of the fans who actually did your homework before you made that statement, or you just honestly didn't know. Or if you're an unfathomable nerd. Yeah. Well, that's kind of about it. You know what? Speaking of the whole flim flam thing, I kind of want to talk about Mystery Incorporated some more. So that's what I'm going to do. Tune in next time when I tell you my thoughts on Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. Still need to think of an outro.